Common purpose is a more up-to-date version of the worldwide conspiracy. This is not something that's modern, you know. The common purpose movement is basically rooted in the old Fabian movement, which itself is rooted in earlier forms of conspiracy. Fabian, first of all, the name is very interesting. People can look up the Fabian movement on the internet and study who they are. Technically, who they are is they're socialists. They all look very kosher on the surface, but they are a movement that, the word again Fabian was the Roman general who I believe fought Hannibal. The Fabians took the name from the general Fabian because his campaign of strategy in the battle was very gradual, very slow strategy over time, a war of attrition. Meaning, don't attack head on, don't let your enemy know that you're coming after him, but work very gradually and very slowly towards the goal. This is what common purpose is also a tentacle of. There's this slow, gradual movement, imperceptible to ordinary people who have no time. People are maxed out, they're worked to death, they have no attention span anymore. Not only that, but they've been overstimulated, if anything. And scientists have understood that when the brain is overstimulated with content, it freezes. It can't think anymore. So the Fabians understand this. So their movement is in many forms. In government, in politics, in religion, in the children's movement. It's on television, it's in the media, it's in law. It's happening in America. Common purpose has also stretched to America in its own form. And it's basically designed to build a global village. The main agenda is to get to the state where you're building a global village in which everybody is living very much like in the old Prisoner series, where everyone is numbered and dehumanized. The New World Order is one term used for it. That is a loaded term, a very loaded term. But the common purpose in all of these things is not only to reward those who are working for the New World Order, because those guys need to be rewarded handsomely. It is to control and vet and police everybody who may be at the centre of turning this nonsense. Those who have a more holistic and clear understanding of what it means to be human on the planet. So these are just the draconian methods they have. I always say this is nothing new. My work always stresses that it is not something new, it's very old. It's been going on for millennia, in fact, and it takes many forms. You see, a lie cannot stand in nature. A lie always has to be maintained. The truth doesn't need any maintenance. You don't take the truth in for a spring clean or tune-up. But if you have manufactured a lie, you do need to be constantly revamping it, constantly maintaining it, constantly restarting the thing, because it's bogus. It's a thing that is an obscenity in nature. So these people are forever working like ants to maintain and update the lie that their ancestors created. It's like a witch doctor. That's a very good analogy to this. You have to remember that the zombie, if the Chura is not constantly injected into him, he'll stop being a zombie. And within 24 hours he will normally regain his rational sentience. So the idea is that the person has to be perpetually and continually on a 24-hour daily basis re-injected, re-infused with a drug. And this is exactly what is happening in our society today. And the good side of that, of course, is obvious. If somebody could wake people up, if people could wake up to those factors within a 24-hour period, I'm speaking metaphorically of course, you'd start to regain your rational sentience. Man's psyche is actually quite a brilliant thing. Healing would come back to the body if you could get rid of the repressive and subversive elements. A man who has been tasered, a person who has been permanently drugged, can easily regain his consciousness. In fact, he may even be better off. He might even have a greater immunity, you see. So what the work of people like myself is basically to do is to have faith that there is hope for positive change. But first we need to look at all the forces, both catabolic and anabolic, both open and secretive. that contribute to the dumbing down or oppression of the human psyche. It's not that you're going to create healing, nobody can do that, but you allow healing to take place naturally once you remove the impediments that are preventing that healing from taking place.